Welcome back to Martial Therapy, guys. We are glad to have you guys back. Welcome to our channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe down below. Comment, always comment. Please give us feedback about our videos. We like to keep it pretty basic here, but we like to keep it interesting as far as content goes. We've got a very weird one as part of the main show, I would say. To the channel.
The freak show.
Yeah, the
main freak show here.
Martian therapy. I mean, this is all about Martian. So Martian, I'm going to try to interview you today about a story that I heard recently. That actually happened a while ago, guys, because it was so traumatizing that Martian did not want to talk about it at the time. And I didn't want to blame him, and you guys are about ready to find out. So, let's get going with the story. Martian, let's get started. Where were you at, and how did it happen?
I went to the bank to cash my check, and there was no line, which I thought there would be because it's rush hour. It's like right after 5. It's right before the bank closes. And I was like, wow, I feel lucky. I felt really, really lucky. And I said, I asked the bank teller, how come there's no line? I would just think at this time of day there'd be a long line. And he said, oh, yeah, there just was. You just missed a long, long line of people. And I was like, wow, I'm really lucky. There was no wait, because I'm very impatient right now. And if there was a long line of people, I'd have to shoot them all.
Bro. Dang. There's some things in the world you just don't say, and that's definitely something you don't say at a bank.
Oh, right.
So did they laugh? What was the reaction, dude?
They didn't say anything, but I somehow got a call from the police department later. So I finally.
Of course you did.
I finally.
Now you guys understand how traumatizing this was.
Yeah, I finally convinced the sheriff's deputy that I was okay, and everyone was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, it was just a joke. It was just a joke."
I'm sure they're logged into the system as Martian,
but
they potentially.
They let me go. But I got lucky.
Oh man, that was probably a pretty bad day.
I should have not made that joke at all, of course. But the
think?
Fact that I deadpanned it made it even worse.
What made you? So what made you think about it? So you said that, right? What made you think about?
I'm always trying to make people
after.
I'm always trying to be funny, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Did you even think twice about going back and apologizing, or you just nonchalantly let's go, nothing's going
Well,
on?
I wanted to go back and apologize, but again, the sheriff's deputy's like, that's not a good idea. Just don't go back.
No. Before you talked to the sheriff, when you were leaving the bank, did you want to go back and apologize, or you nonchalantly let's just get going with this? And
I didn't realize how bad it was.
It didn't dawn on you at all. When did it start dawning on you?
It didn't. I wasn't worried about it.
We got a true psychopath here. No, man, that's pretty funny. You don't do that stuff though, guys. Just don't. This man here, he always struggling with issues, and he's had to work through them. He doesn't think like us most of the time. Us normal people, I would say. Yeah, he just does stuff and doesn't think about it sometimes.
Yeah, I just do things.
Yeah, he just does things. Definitely just does things you should definitely not do.
But I always try to make people laugh, and they weren't laughing.
They weren't laughing, but dude. That's a crazy story.
Basically, the officer said that I'm not allowed back at that bank.
I would imagine.
So,
did you ever go back?
Yeah. After a couple years. I waited a couple years so when they forgot about me.
Oh.
But the guy that used to work for the bank, actually, I bumped into him later at the shop I worked at.
The same guy that you were dealing with?
Yeah, the same guy that got freaked out.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, we're over it. It's fine. Blah, blah, blah. You can come back. It's fine. And I asked him, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, you're fine. And so I went back, no problem. And I'm very, very serious when I'm in there. I just get down to business, no jokes, nothing. Thank you.
No more comedy in the
I'm a little bit funny, but I
Like, what's the most recent funny thing you've done in the bank? You would say. Non-creepy.
I don't really joke at banks. I don't really joke at banks anymore.
It's that traumatizing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't joke at banks anymore. There was a teller at the bank who's like, "Oh, you're a comedian. Insult me. I'm okay with it." And she was rather large, overweight, and obese, and I just couldn't bring myself to say, "Well, you're fat," But
that's not funny though. That's mean, man.
Yeah. Well,
see these things. Do these things, guys.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
Good. That's good. That's
you have no idea how hard it was for me. I really wanted to say it. I really, really, really wanted to say it. There was a woman back in my past several years ago. She was large and fat, but she was pretty. She was really sweet, and
definitely those out there. That's for sure.
I had she was pretty and sweet. I had a thing for her. I had an infatuation for her. In her case, it
didn't work out.
It's a pun. I was infatuated with her. Yeah, well, that joke falls under a different category.
You just need to stop. Okay. This is torture for my ears. Seriously. Stupid puns.
Yeah, fat chance that joke getting through. But, oh well.
He just had to.
But that other guy said, the guy at the bank that quit the bank and told me it's okay to go back, he actually had a car tumble when he was young. And the car turned over multiple times. He had some brain injuries and stuff. And I'm like, that's why you turned out the way you did. Dude. And I told him that in front of his mom. Because she had to give
Wait, he just forgave you for something you did at the bank. And
right.
You heard, oh, gosh.
Right. It's a true story.
Oh, that's cringeworthy, man.
I haven't seen him back at the shop, actually.
Yeah, imagine. He's like, what is wrong with this dude?
I hope my boss doesn't watch these videos.
He probably doesn't.
But, yeah, he's put up with a lot of my crap.
I'm sure you'd laugh because you'd be like, this is so Martian, dude.
It was fine. I was just joking. He was fine with it, I'm sure. Pretty sure.
Are you sure, though?
Sure.
He hasn't been back since.
Yeah, we did a good job in his car, No, I think I'm pretty darn sure it's fine.
He works at a mechanic shop, so.
Yeah. No, he's fine. He's fine. I tell myself that every night.
His tires rolling up.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I think I'm fine. I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
What are you admitting to here?
I don't know.
I'm sure you thought about it. Okay, now we all know he works in a mechanic shop. What are the funniest things you've come across or thought about doing at a mechanic shop that you were like, man, if people just would have looked at this in the most comedic way possible, it'd be funny as hell.
Well, when people come in, that there was a girl that came in 2 days ago, and I'm like, oh, is this your first time? I haven't seen you here before. She's like, oh, no, my dad was here, but this is my first time. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on with your car? She's like, oh, my car has this chugging to it, in reverse. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, write down your name, your number, your vehicle, your model, and then write down what's going on with the vehicle. And oh yeah, and your date of birth, license, registration, social security number too. And she was like,
sign your life away here.
She was like, what? I'm like, just kidding. I mess with the customers that way.
As long as they laugh and make sure they come back.
She did.
Okay.
She did laugh.
That's good. Gotta keep that customer service up.
Yeah. No, they always look at me like, what? I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, we just want to make sure we keep really good track of you, that's all.
It's not creepy at all?
Nah.
Oh, man. It's a little too much. What other stuff you got going on, man? Are you going to do any more stand-up comedies?
Well, I have gone to Calypso's, and I might go on Monday.
Okay.
I did go a couple weeks ago. I did get a couple measly laughs.
What jokes in particular?
Well, I went on and on about Jack in the Box, which didn't work because I was going on about how I have childhood trauma from my dad only feeding me, for the most part, chicken sandwiches.
I'm laughing because I know it's true.
They're 99 cents. He was Jewing me out with 99 cents sandwiches, chicken sandwiches.
We grew up really poor.
They were delicious.
Really poor.
But he splurged on himself eating the sourdough jack. I'll never forgive him. He was eating the sourdough jack, which I didn't like the taste of because he gave me a couple bites. I'm like, meh, you know. But I always was begging him and imploring him for the double deluxe deluxe ultimate cheeseburgers and the bacon ultimate cheeseburgers. I was just lusting over those big pictures, and it had juicy meat just oozing out with the vegetables, and they stacked it perfectly. And every single day when we're driving to Dad's vitamin shop, that's why I look like this, because I didn't take enough vitamins. But it's child defects.
I think you took too many.
Birth defects too, but the vitamins made me look less bad than I am now. So it's anyway. Every time I drove to the vitamin shop, I was just looking longingly at that poster, the delicious ultimate bacon cheeseburger. I was like, oh, that's so bad, you know. And once he bought that for me, and I was like, wow, there is some hope for my dad, you know. And so my resentment to him lessened.
That's good.
Dad, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. And he also bought me, for the record, he did buy me
traumatizing.
The double ultimate cheeseburger, which had 2 patties in it at least. Didn't have the bacon, but it had 2 patties, and it was tasted good. So I gotta give credit where it's due. Also, one time in Oahu, he did buy me. It was like a chicken pot pie, but they called it a chicken fajita pita. I'll never forget it.
What?
And it was expensive. It was like $7.49. And Dad was in a good mood, and he was like, Martin, I'll buy anything you want on this menu. I'm like, really? It was like 7 something back in years ago. And I was like, I want that because it's the most expensive.
It
was the most expensive thing. Yeah, it was the most expensive thing on the menu. And Dad's like, okay. And I was like, yes, I got him. I burned my tongue off with that. Anyway. But that... it
was worth it.
Can I mention a name? No.
No.
My cousin was playing soccer, and he had a sleepover. He slept at our house, and I was like, yeah, I get to hang out with my cousin. And he had to go to soccer practice, and we were dropping him off to soccer practice. And before he went to soccer practice, we went to Jack in a Box, and I'm like, this is my chance. Dad's not going to... he's going to be too humiliated to just give me a cheap chicken sandwich because my cousin's there.
Yeah.
So he bought... You know where this is going. He bought the sourdough jack for himself, as always. Every once in a while, he bought something different, but mostly sourdough jacks and curly fries, which were good. He always threw me a few curly fries and ate most of himself. Anyway, love you, Dad. Anyway, so my cousin, he bought my cousin the first time a cheeseburger, and it cost like $1.29 more than my chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it made me realize that I, as a son, was not as valuable to my father as my cousin. I had to earn. You know how many chicken sandwiches I had to eat?
That's traumatizing.
I had to eat many boring chicken sandwiches before I had the privilege of getting those cheeseburgers.
But, you know what he did? He made you really appreciate your first cheeseburger.
Yeah. My cousin didn't earn that. Okay, for every burger I ate, I'd eat multiple chicken sandwiches for every burger I ate. He got a burger right off the bat for doing nothing.
Back in the day, man, burgers were the big thing, man.
So not only did I hate my father, I hated my cousin too. So.
But they're all forgiven now.
You couldn't spend $1.29 extra. But those chicken sandwiches were delicious. I just
still holding grudges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see a therapist about that.
Oh man.
Now and after the therapy.
This is why this is Martian therapy. This is therapy.
And after therapy, guess where I go? And now that I have money. But it's hard,
Life's difficult, man. Especially growing up. It was kind of brutal.
Those posters drove me mad.
Yeah.
Those big, huge 10x10 posters.
They still got them up there.
Delicious burgers. I was like, oh, it looks so good.
It's what they're there for. They got.
Yeah, and then at home, Mom fed me yogurt and fruit, for lunch. So
hey, that's not too bad.
Made me look like this.
Unless it's like plain yogurt.
Made me skinny. Oh, it was low fat, non-fat. With some half rotten fruits.
Oh gosh. Yeah. It's like child abuse.
And then I worked for your dad, and he's like, dude, you need some substance, man.
Yeah, my dad got me a lot of substance.
You need some protein. So
a lot of substance.
He got on my mom's case, and he's like, you gotta feed Martin real food. You know, she used to give me sandwiches that had. A lot of this is made up just for fun. Okay. Anyway,
No,
she
not.
fine. She used to give me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, a thin layer of peanut butter and a thin layer of jam.
Oh,
and your dad's like,
just coated on.
dude, you need substance. You're gonna faint on me, man. I need you to work hard.
Oh yeah, you're working on the farm, right? Oh yeah. Brutal days. Get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning picking mac nuts.
Yeah,
that was fun. Mac nuts, macadamia nuts, same thing.
But I've been thinking about killing myself recently. Just fake suicide.
Oh, no.
Just a simulated suicide,
like,
just to see. I'm gonna have a nice elaborate letter, and I can pull it off too because I was depressed in the past and suicidal in the past. I did consider it, and
damn,
my dad talked me out of it. Finally,
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
My dad finally talked me out of it.
Yeah.
But if I had a bout, I think I could pull it off, where people would really believe me. That way, I would know. I'd write my letter, fake my death. And I'd hide and observe how people really thought of me. You know, I'd change my face, attend my own funeral, and I'd really see what people really thought of me. You know, and I want to see how much people really care.
Honestly, I wouldn't really care because I'd be dead already. Like, what's the point? Now, if I was dead, I would come back and haunt all the people that caused me harm, you know, or gave me problems. Or actually, I'd just do it anyway, just for the hell of it. Just haunt them. And just, you know, throw things around up in the cabinets, cause craziness, just for the fun of it. And wouldn't that be entertaining? And then, like, whisper in their ear or something. I don't know. That sounds creepy, I know, but it's just something that would be fun. But that's not up to me, so I don't know. We'll see. So if I ever come haunting you, Martian, you'll know who it is. Just saying.
Who's this obese ghost bugging me?
Pretty much. There's some room. There's something going on here. It's a little large.
And how do I stay skinny? Is because I eat ginger and he doesn't.
Yeah, I can't.
I need to stop eating ginger so I can look more like him.
Fries and burgers, my friend. The best.
Actually grow some muscle.
American.
But I was at the hippie store locally, the health food place, and I like to buy ginger. It keeps me. They say it's healthy, so I eat ginger as a snack. It's good for
sore roots throat are so damn healthy for you.
And headaches. Anyway, I bought a little bit of ginger.
Out of the ground, dirt.
I bought a little bit of ginger.
The dirtier it is, the healthier it is.
And she's like, "Do you want a bag for this, sir?" And it's only a couple pieces of ginger. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you can give me a bag. That's fine. Can you please double it up? I'm going to make sure they don't fall through the bag. And she looked at me a little weird. And I'm like, I'm just joking, you know. But this gentleman, the gentleman in line next to me, was laughing at that. And he had a 6-pack of beer. And I'm like, and give this gentleman here, to my right, he has 6 bottles. He needs 1 bag per bottle here. So please bag each one of his bottles.
I hope she got the joke at that point.
And she laughed, and then he laughed as well. You know, I tried that. I tried to pull that off at Super One, and I really got some, you know, ugly looks from some other.
I bet.
They looked at me like, you know, mind your own business.
Bro.
Who's this chink trying to tell me what to do? You know? Speaking of chinks, there was this woman wearing a jewelry. I was talking to this lady who wore this really nice piece of jewelry. It was like turquoise blue stone, and I was stoned, so I said, no, I wasn't. And I said, oh, I like
that would be funny. I would want to see that.
I like your piece of jewelry. I like that. I'm gonna sneak into your house and break in and take it from you. And she was like, she got scared. And I was like, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. She did laugh eventually. Believe me. You got to take my word for it.
I'm sure she was like putting up security cameras that night.
I recently learned that because someone at church is like, "Oh, Martin, I haven't seen you for a while," and I'm like, "Yeah, I've been avoiding you." You know. And he's like, "Dude, when you tell a joke, you have to laugh or smile and let people know you're joking."
It's true, though, man. It's so dry.
Otherwise, you're gonna get hurt.
It's true.
He's like, "You're gonna get hurt." So that's
that's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming back to Martian Therapy. We really appreciate it. Me and Martian, you know, we try to go out of our way and make time to do these videos. Don't always get done. We got busy lives, but we like to keep you guys entertained. So if you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe. If you guys you're new or not new, please comment down below. We really appreciate it. Let us know any feedback. I know the last couple of videos you guys did leave quite a bit of feedback and love and support. We really appreciate it. We do look at them. We don't always follow through with what we want to do with them. As far as like technology goes or editing goes or whatever, we like to keep this as raw as possible. That's kind of the goal, to keep it raw, because we want to be as real and honest with you guys as possible about what we do and going on. We're not here to show off. We're just here to share experience. Well, he is a little bit. We're just here to share some experiences, and mostly him. He's got more to say than me. I'm the younger guy. I'm just here to give him the platform to do it on. And if you guys would like to hear any of my crazy stories down the line, I may be bringing some to the table. Who knows? If you guys are interested, I will do that. But let me know. This is Martian's show. I'm not here to take it. No, I'm not here to take it. No, that's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to take it. But I am open to doing a few videos here and there. Just being a truck driver for a long time, I do have quite a bit of incidences that I've run into. Crazy accidents, stuff like that. Not so much just funny, but just kind of life experiences that I've run into in my short 6 years of truck driving. And it's been a lot, guys. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff. But if you guys are interested in that, please comment down below. And I am open to make a video with him. And he can comment on it and give some feedback on what he thinks.
All over that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he will. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for coming to Martian Therapy. We're out.